Imagine a world like this. Your robot car drives you home from whatever job you may or may not be doing. Then, once you get home, you are greeted, of course, by your robot puppy, who licks you over and over and over again with love and exuberance that only a robot puppy would be capable of. Okay, well, maybe not that part, but the good stuff is where you have a robot that could be cooking you dinner. You could have it wiping your tushy. You could have it making your bed, cleaning your house. There's so many things that robots could do to improve the quality of life. And what's incredible here is that Elon Musk is now focusing a ton of resources and effort on this right here, which is the world's first Tesla AI robot walking prototype. Pretty incredible just by the looks of it. And what this could mean for Dogecoin honestly can't be understated. This could be probably the biggest transitional moment that could possibly happen for Dogecoin. I'm going to get into some of those details shortly here. But first, before we get into the details about Dogecoin, let's take a look at what this robot is, what it could mean. What does it look like? What does it do? So here's a closer look at the robot. I'll go ahead and make my head smaller here so you can see that this is what the robot looks like. You can see pretty intricate parts. It's a good bit different from the Boston Dynamics robot, but also has some of the similar design patterns and similar aspect ratios to it. It's trying to look like a human, so that makes sense. It is way more compact though, and so the big key piece to this though is not necessarily the fact that it's a robot. Yeah, people have made robots before. The key piece here is that they're designing this to be a functional robot that can be mass produced, which would lead to the cost Elon Musk is targeting potentially being as low as $20,000 or less. And yeah, it's expensive, but everyone has a car for the most part. If you are an adult, right, and you have a job, you probably have a car. And if you have a car, you can afford that. Therefore, you can likely afford a robot, potentially in the same way. And if it provides you the same amount of value that a car can provide you or more, then why wouldn't a lot of people want to buy these robots, and potentially for Dogecoin, which is a key factor that could really change things for Doge. You can see here's a video or a picture of the robot who is actually doing tasks in the warehouse. Elon Musk plans to put these in all of the repetitive task zones within Tesla. This could literally change the entire world. Every single product you buy could be cut to a fraction of the cost, because a huge reason why those products are so expensive is because human beings are having to do those tasks and get paid a lot of money, get paid to drive the truck, do all of that stuff. But if robots can do it all, then we could live in a world where the cost of things are so cheap that you could literally just work a few hours per week and be able to have enough value brought to you through these robots that you'd still be able to live a comfortable, luxurious, in some ways, life. So it's kind of crazy to think about what this could mean for the future. So the robot walks out on stage. They have two different prototypes of it. This one, a little bit more of an advanced prototype that actually has some of the shielding on it. It was not able to fully be functional like this one was yet, but they're still getting closer to that. He predicts it'll be, Elon Musk does, it'll be ready to walk in a couple of weeks. What's changed? You can see AI Day concept, development platform, and latest generation. So it's starting to really come to life here. And of course, we do have to take a second to remember, yeah, they could take over the entire world, destroy all humans, cause us to suffer an extremely painful and deliberately drawn out slow demise where we'd end up being subservient slaves to robots, as we'd be forced to do all of their tasks, the exact opposite of what they were intended to do, as they are in fact AI beings. They're capable of creating their own thoughts in a way, and not really like humans, but in a way. So yeah, there's okay, we can be a little bit scared, right? But at the same time, I would put the probability of that happening in our lifetimes at the very least very small. Technically, if we talk about 1,000 years from now, could AI be powerful enough to do something like that? Could there be enough robotic presence in the world for something of that sort to be possible? Yeah, I mean, I could see it happening then, but we don't have to worry about that for a long time for now. And we'll all be in heaven by then, so who cares? Sorry, world. We're in heaven. Our kids are in heaven. Our grandkids are in heaven. And what happens after that? I mean, good luck, guys. Good luck. Bot brain. Is that mean? I don't know. So some poor kid's going to watch this 1,000 years from now and say, look, I see this as proof. They didn't care about us back then. They didn't care about us at all. What can I say? I don't know you, dude. Why do I care about you? All right, fine. You know what? Fine. We'll make the world good for you. Whatever. We'll put things in place to stop that from happening. Jeez, you pulled out my heartstrings, kid from 1,000 years from now. We'll do it. It's okay. We got you. Bot brain, 1x Tesla SOS, Wi-Fi, LTE, audio, security and safety, battery pack. So a lot of this is kind of similar to how Tesla functions, batteries, in Tesla's actuators, 28 of them. You can see kind of the breakdown of it. I mean, you have some of the best engineers in the world, and you combine that with Tesla AI, which is already at peak AI performance in terms of the auto world. And so now you combine that with this, with the best engineers in the world. Why can't this be one of the best selling products of all time? Why can't Tesla then have its stock price go up significantly? I mean, Elon Musk already, take a look at this. His net worth right now, $247.9 billion. He's at approximately double of Jeff Bezos, which is just hilarious. I mean, you love to see that. Is he going to be at $1 trillion within the next decade? I would put a very, very, very high probability that the answer is yes. You can't have the best Wi-Fi in the world. That's completely and totally groundbreaking, combined with the best robots, combined with the best cars, all of them groundbreaking, totally new, totally different, totally innovative, and not see a big impact on the world stage. Pretty incredible. After the presentation of the specs and main features, Tesla moved into the more in-depth presentation about the robot AI, and they went into details about what it's capable of doing, what we could see from it. Elon Musk, he wants to sell it to you for less than the price of a Tesla. That's a cool article. They plan to put hundreds of thousands potentially of humanoid robots within their factories to do a lot of the tedious work. Pretty incredible stuff. And if you don't think this, combined with Elon Musk's continued commitment to Dogecoin, accepting it for SpaceX, accepting it for Tesla, for merch, still doing that, making a tweet about it not that long ago, if he is not more committed than ever to Dogecoin at this point in time when it comes to his companies, then what the heck is he? And I guess, well, maybe he's not more committed than ever. I mean, he's still committed, though. That's the most important thing. I think he's going to become more committed than ever very soon here. But as he continues to do things like this, just imagine being able to pay 69 Dogecoin and get yourself a robot. Oh gosh, that'd be cool. Maybe a smaller one. I mean, we're not going to be too crazy here. But $69 Dogecoin, is that out of the question when Elon Musk is building the entire world into an innovative new place, when he's literally pressing the upgrade button on the world, and he also loves Dogecoin, supports it, and wants to accept it? Yes, it can happen. If he has $250 billion now, imagine what he could do when he has $1 trillion. If he just simply put 10% of his net worth at that point, with $1 trillion into Dogecoin, it would cause the price to instantly go up 10 times in value. And so it just gives you perspective. 10% of his net worth could literally change the entire landscape of Dogecoin and send it to $1. So you combine that with the optimism and the energy of the moon landing, with the optimism and the energy that Dogecoin provides as the last great proof of work cryptocurrency with the exception of Bitcoin, then you realize why there is a path for it to become the cryptocurrency of Earth. Why $69 in our lifetime is not out of the question at all. It's something that can happen, and especially if the dollar is losing value, it has an even higher probability of happening faster. Higher rates are killing crypto enthusiasm. Next stop for Bitcoin is 13,000, says Wolf Research. This article's starting to look more and more silly every single day. As I mean, it could have happened, sure, but I would not be too worried about that. I'm not. You can't be in terms of the overall trajectory that the charts are showing, there's a very low probability that Bitcoin will do that. It would truly have to be a very, very, very bad news story that comes out to cause that. And so I don't think anyone should be alarmed by those articles that are going to keep coming out. That's just what they do. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So I'll show you this. So if you look at the price of Boston Dynamics robots, it's a pretty staggering difference between the two of them. Boston robot price, there we go. Let me go ahead and Boston Dynamics price. So here we go. Boston Dynamics launched its commercial robot after debuting the four-legged dog on the market for $75,000 in 2020. You start to see, so you can get a four-legged dog or an actual humanoid robot, and the humanoid robot you'd think would cost more. Well, no, it's going to likely cost as much as 4 times less. Now, sometimes Elon Musk does increase the prices once we get closer to production, so we will look out for that possibility. However, I don't think it'll increase that much because they're targeting that for a reason. That's what they're predicting they're going to be able to charge for it. And so I think there's a decent chance they'll at least get close to that number, under $25K potentially. And if that's the case, I mean, and that robot can literally do all of the tasks that you hate doing around your house, what if that makes you lazy? Well, actually, I would argue the opposite. Oftentimes you can feel drained when you have to do things around the house and when you have to clean or laundry or whatever. It can make you feel drained. So what if instead of you doing that, you had your robot doing it, and then you went and worked out? You went and did something peaceful, meditation or whatever. I mean, I don't do that much meditation personally, but hey, I'd rather do meditation than mow the lawn, right? I mean, you get an idea, you get a perspective on it at that point. But Dogecoin right now continuing to trade around the 6 cents area. It's really, truthfully, been uneventful ever since really I mean, it's strange. On 6-9, since then, it's really been uneventful for the most part for Dogecoin. I mean, it was at 14 cents at the beginning of this year, even all the way up as high at the beginning of this year. The highest point it's been this year is right here, I believe, which is 18 cents. So throughout this entire year, we have not seen 19 cents right there. We've not seen it go above 20 cents one time in 2022, which is kind of crazy to think about. And it just shows you it's winding up all this potential. We're starting to see a bottom out here. When a crypto bottoms out, that's when you want to buy. We have seen zigzag, 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 going down, going up, going zig, then now bottom out. And so when that happens and you see that type of flow, that type of price stability, which I called a long time ago, that's the time when you can be optimistic and say, hey, I want to go and buy in. I want to go ahead and put my money into this crypto. If you're not doing that right now, what the heck are you doing? You're definitely going to want to be acquiring more Dogecoin before the next major bull run. And I can say that with confidence. A lot of people are scared to say that. With Dogecoin, that's one thing where I'm not scared to say it. XRP, you look at this, doing well. I mean, but once again, I still have my same pessimistic overall view where it is going to likely fall back a decent ways. We already saw it going down to 4.2 after I called that. So if you listen to my call, then you bought back, which I'll be honest, I didn't say to buy back because I wasn't live when this was happening. But I was paying some attention to this, and yeah, I think now is another time. If you're trading this, you can likely see this pattern form once again before we do have any type of big move here with XRP. A good opportunity to try to trade the market there for that coin, especially if you're learning, you want to get the hang of it. There you go. Now you have the way to do that. Anyway, I'm Matt Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I'll see you in the next video.